King Charles III and Queen Camilla visited Newmarket, the historic home of thoroughbred horses. This exclusive report immerses you in their royal visit, exploring equestrian traditions, emotion, and powerful symbols of the British monarchy. A captivating experience not to be missed. Subscribe, share this video, and leave a comment about what the monarchy means to you today. Your opinion matters and keeps the channel alive. King Charles III and Queen Camilla have just made a regal and symbolic appearance at the heart of a site emblematic of British identity, Newmarket, the world capital of thoroughbreds. This town, steeped in history, equestrian traditions, and English aristocracy, provided a sumptuous backdrop for a visit marked by elegance, heritage, and deep national roots. For horse enthusiasts, monarchy buffs, and those interested in how a thousand-year-old royalty attempts to engage with the present, this was anything but a trivial moment. Charles III, true to his image as a king sensitive to tradition, ecology, and symbols, found in Newmarket much more than a racecourse or a training center. He saw there a living theater of English history, a place where the roots of nobility, sport, breeding, and aesthetics intersect. It is in this town, in the heart of Suffolk, that England, since the 17th century, has bred its noblest horses, shaped its champions, and celebrated the most legendary races. This visit is therefore not a simple stroll in the English countryside. It is a powerful message sent by the king to his people. History continues, and the crown remains attentive to its foundations, to what makes the very heart of the United Kingdom beat. Camilla, for her part, appeared radiant, perfectly at ease in this world. She, who has never hidden her love of horses, just like her husband, for that matter, shared this visit with visible emotion. Her presence was not only that of a queen consort, but of a woman deeply rooted in British equestrian culture. Her interactions with the trainers, caretakers, and breeders revealed a sincere complicity, far removed from the rigid conventions sometimes attributed to royalty. Camilla knows horses, respects them, and understands them. And it was felt at every moment. The royal couple's visit began at one of the region's most prestigious stud farms, the National Stud, an establishment where some of the greatest racing champions were born. There, Charles and Camilla were guided through the impeccably kept stables, greeted by grooms, veterinarians, and young apprentices, all moved to meet royalty. Some had even prepared small training demonstrations, in a respectful but warm, sometimes even complicit atmosphere. The horses, for their part, seemed to sense the excitement. Their haughty bearing, their shiny coats, and their Olympian calm added to the solemnity of the moment. But beyond the official images, beyond the decorum, a much deeper message was expressed through this visit. By coming to Newmarket, Charles III wanted to honor an entire section of British history, that of horse racing, thoroughbred breeding, and the transmission of ancestral knowledge. The king, who places great importance on the preservation of rural traditions and the bond between man and nature, found here a perfect reflection of his convictions. It is no coincidence that, in his impromptu speech upon leaving the training center, he spoke of the soul of the country, respect for animals, and the importance of promoting the roots of the kingdom. The large and enthusiastic crowd gathered along the barriers, trying to catch a glimpse of the king and queen. Flags fluttered, cameras clicked, children raised their hands, hoping for a glance, a smile, a greeting. Charles and Camilla did not disappoint. On several occasions, they approached the spectators, exchanging a few words, collecting flowers, and shaking hands. The king, though always reserved, seemed moved by the fervor. Camilla, more spontaneous, distributed knowing smiles, sometimes even bursts of laughter. A discreet but touching alchemy, a royal duo who knew how to win hearts while remaining sincere. In Newmarket, it wasn't just about horses. It was also about heritage, memory, and transmission. In a country sometimes fractured by doubt, political crises, and identity tensions, this visit felt like a return to one's roots. Where everything seems stable, rooted, and noble. King Charles III, succeeding a monarch revered for her constancy and sense of duty, must both embody continuity and give new meaning to her reign. This is precisely what he attempted to do in Newmarket, celebrate the past to better unite the present. The afternoon was marked by a highly symbolic event. A visit to the historic racecourse, the very one where Queen Elizabeth II had so often attended the races, binoculars in hand, surrounded by her most loyal entourage. Charles and Camilla were received with full honors. The packed stands resounded with thunderous applause upon their arrival. The horses galloped, the crowd vibrated, and the presence of the royal couple added to the intensity of the moment. Some spectators had even brought old photos of the late Queen, holding them high, as if to salute the legacy passed down. The day concluded with a reception in one of the racecourse's private rooms, where local authorities, leading figures in the equestrian world, and a few select guests were able to interact with the sovereigns. A more subdued moment, but just as important. Charles listened, and listened, a lot. He noted the issues at stake: stud farm funding, youth training, and health challenges. Camilla, for her part, congratulated the women in the equestrian world, many of whom have made their mark in a world once reserved for men. Here again, a message of balance between tradition and modernity. Newmarket is therefore not just a stop on the royal agenda. It is a symbol, an anchor, a promise, that of a monarchy that continues to move in step with its people, its passions, its history. That of a king who seeks to reign by looking to the past with respect, but to the future with clarity. And of a queen who is no longer simply the wife of, but a figure in her own right, popular, committed, and close. As the royal couple returned to London at dusk, the light Suffolk breeze seemed to carry with it more than just a visit, a sense of renewal, unity, and beauty. The sound of hooves, the knowing glances, the smiles exchanged will remain in our memories as a suspended moment, a breath of England at its purest. And you, do you think that the British monarchy will be able to continue to embody traditions while remaining anchored in the 21st century?